Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time. I have skipped another game, another SNES classic, Secret of Mana. Yeah, Secret of Mana, definitely a beloved game from my childhood. Played plenty of Secret of Mana as a kid. Never beat it as a kid, though. I didn't end up beating it until probably I was like 17 or something like that, and it was on an emulator. Um, it's hard to say with Secret of Mana. Ignoring or trying to ignore nostalgia. The problem that I have with Secret of Mana and trying to like play through Secret of Mana again at this point, of which I tried to do a couple of years ago when they did that bundle on Switch with the new remastered Seiken Densetsu 3. It's just very repetitive. And that problem is twofold. In boss battles, it's super repetitive because the best thing to do for every boss is just to spam magic over and over and over again, stun lock the boss until it dies. That's it. That's the strategy for basically every boss. Then for every other, all the other little mook fights or whatever, um, you want to just like charge up your sword, let loose with a big hit, and do it over and over again. Or, you just do little hits again and again and again, but that's more dangerous. And later in the game, when your sword gets up to like ninth level charge or something, I couldn't imagine doing it without an emulator. Because what I would do on the emulator is just like, when there was nothing nearby, I would sit there, um, start charging it up, and then do like the fast forward, so it would like quickly get up to the ninth level charge, and then I would walk into a battle with that. But yeah, I don't know. The gameplay for Secret of Mana is just not that thrilling to me at this point. The narrative and everything is pretty cool. It actually is pretty cool with like the different settings you go to. You get your dragon. There's like the cannons, and you go to like the gold city, and there's the empire, and you go on there like giant ships and stuff, and the music is really good. The graphics were pretty great at the time. I mean, there's a lot going for it. I really like it. I mean, Secret of Mana is great, but one of the best games of all time. That's a struggle. I probably would say. I mean, yeah, I probably would say. I don't think it's like a super secure like lock into the best one of the best games of all time, but I would say so. That may be nostalgia talking, but it is pretty good. All right, but here we're going to be talking about SimCity 2000. This didn't come out anywhere near the year 2000. This came out in 1993, of course. And this was the first sequel to the original SimCity. I think they came out with some expansions or scenario packs or whatever for the original, but yeah, 4 years later, this is the new one. And this one's going to look quite a bit different and play quite a bit different. So I think let's just get into it. We already looked at SimCity. Of course, that was also on the list. I said that was not one of the best games of all time. I think one of the most influential games, but I think supplanted by multiple other SimCity games.
Reticulating splines.
Wow. Okay. Let's call this Mangville. We'll play on easy in the year 1900. Mangville founded. Mangville Chronicle. Residents can't get around. A student day at Capitol. Monster terrorizes New York. Okay. And here we are. This is our area. I guess this nice flat plain here. Now, if I wanted to zoom in, I know better than to use the scroll. Alright, well... Okay, so... Again, I'm not good at these kind of games. Dense residential, dense commercial. Yeah, dense is what it's going to be. I don't know if we want to do a similar thing to what we did in the first game, but let's give it a try. Now, the graphical style is quite a bit different on this. Like, isometric. And this is... Okay, property tax is 7%. You gotta pay a bit more than in the original. City ordinances, bond payments, police department, fire department, health and welfare, education, transit authority. Alright, we got plenty of money. So this is the original DOS release, I think. This is the GOG version, so that's what I bought. Let's put industrial here. And then we're gonna need a power plant. Shit. Okay. It's, endearing, the graphics, I would say. Alright, power. Power lines. A seaport. No, not pipes. Small park. Heavy tool. I'm sure I'll find it. You can't just... Okay. Power plant needed. It's here somewhere. Oh, you can change the speed now, so that's nice. Send in disasters. How does one build a power plant? Power plants. Do I gotta right click? No. Power plant, yeah, that's what I want. I mean, how many other buttons are there? Unless I'm just missing a fundamental aspect of the controls that's not useful. Alright, hold on. Maybe the manual will tell me. I have the manual. We will just listen to this pleasant music. Okay, yep. These are all buttons. Yep. Click and hold. Oh, why wouldn't I have thought of that? No. There it is. Power plant. Okay. Hydroelectric, oil, coal. Well, I guess let's just go with coal. Nobody's ever complained about that. Look at how nice that looks. Alright, there we go. We want auto budget on. Alright, so now people should maybe start coming in, unless I gotta build power lines. Did I actually build those? I did build them. What's the problem with the power, man? Oh, because you can't build... No, you can. I don't know, this might be stupid. This looks stupid, and if it looks stupid, it probably is stupid. Like, I can't build there. They already know what's what. This is dumb. This is dumb. It looks terrible. Chairman trapped. Taxi driver delivers. Okay. Yep. I assume my population is still 0. Yep. But you have everything you... Oh, I guess... No, now we need pipes and a water pump and a water tower. Yes. And a water pump next to it. I should have really read the manual, I guess. Okay, and then pipes. Everybody loves the pipes. Pipes go in. Adjacent, maybe, is all we care about. We're hoping. Maybe. Any thoughts on that? Well, you've got homes, and you've got power, and you got, you've got, things. I can put in a police station. It's massive. And we can put a school next to the police station. And we can wire it all up. This looks atrocious, baby. Why haven't they moved in? Let us consult the manual again. Yep. We got roads. Yep. Nobody moves into your city, then it's either because the zones aren't powered up or the residential and industrial zones are too far apart. Okay, it's maybe because they're not powered up. Should I just build power? I mean, if you want power, you're gonna have the power, and I will remove. Shit. Oh, God. That doesn't look good. That's not a good look. We're sorting it. There, nice and clean. Power straight from the source. Do I have to connect this road to, like, an entry road? I didn't think so. It's only like city skylines. I don't think I'm playing too well here. But they have power running at 7% of capacity. It's a thing. Watered, no. No? Maybe adjacency isn't good enough? How about that? Is that watered enough for you, Your Majesty? Yes, it is. Everybody's got to have water. Bunch of little bitches, if you ask me. It's the year 1907, but you demand plumbing. I don't know, man. Okay. Hold on. Let me... How do I get people in my city? You have a connection with another town with roads? What? Maybe I should just build more homes, but then I have to power and water them all? Here? Here? Does anyone want to live in my town? It's pretty cool. Got a big school. Uh, Maybe I need power here. Um, hmm. This is going to be an excruciating video for anyone that has ever played any video game in their life. Okay, here. Current demand for each type of zone in your city. The bars see more of that. Okay, maybe we need power here. Whoops. Oh, finally got industrial. We got industrial. How are industrial set up before people even live here? Don't mind that. good. This is good. We can expand. More industrial. Okay, that's what we needed apparently. Okay, now my town is quite fucked with its design. This is much fucko. So we're gonna go over here. And I'm not so sure about this design. I don't know. Maybe do something like that? There's no, like, cul-de-sac or anything like that. So these people moved in without electricity. What's up with that? Okay, so now we need more of everything. And my city looks like dog shit. Alright, get a little bit of dense commercial going on here. Maybe a little bit more residential. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, good, good. We need more industrial. Now we've got too many houses. Listen to that music. Alright, look at this. We got little cars moving around. These nice looking buildings. Yeah, so obviously I'm terrible at these games. I have no idea how to actually build a city that needs to be managed and planned and all that stuff. I assume these are like vacant houses now because they look like, yep, abandoned buildings. That's great. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I think we can say pretty clearly it's like an improvement on the original in practically every way. There we go. There we go. Fix up some of that shit. And maybe we can branch out here. Do another, yeah, I don't think this design works so well. But I don't know. It's the only one I know at this point. I don't know if I care for that. I don't care for that. Bulldoze all this shit. This cannot stand, man. Alright, we'll sort you out. We'll sort you out. Yeah, might not have water for a day. Boo-hoo. Yeah, you can see a lot more of city skylines in this. Huh. And then you can build colleges if you were so inclined. Boom, there's a nice big college for you. And you could build a fire station right there. People love that. And you could build a hospital. People love hospitals. This is the worst city you've probably ever seen in your life. But I'm just looking at all the cool buildings. Maybe a library somewhere, like right here. And we have a museum. There you go. It's lovely stuff. We can put in parks here. Everybody loves parks. You can even put in a big park. Look at that. Makes everybody happy. It's a delightful looking game. Not at this zoom level, but at this zoom level, yeah, it just looks very pleasant. Old school. Simple animation, simple colors, but quite delightful. I mean, buildings like this, I wish I could zoom in even more, you know? This prison here, it just looks great. Just a lot of little detail packed in there. It's wonderful. Love the aesthetic. So I'd rather watch someone else play this that's good at it than then I can just look at the graphics rather than play it myself, because I am just not good. What the hell happened there? High density residential. Okay. A church. I didn't build a church, did I? Anyways, yeah, so sure. I mean, I'll say it's probably one of the best games of all time. I can't get into, it's just one of those things. It's like, yeah, probably. It's like if I showed Red Dead Redemption 2 to my mom, and I asked her if it was, do you think this is one of the best games of all time? She'd probably say, like, how could it not be? That's probably exactly what she would say. And that's what I say for SimCity 2000. So how can it not be? Yeah, there are probably. Well, actually, let's do our look, shall we? Best SimCity. Pretty simple, right? Here's all of them ranked from Fandom Spot. So they've got 11 rankings here. SimCity 2000 comes in at number 2 behind SimCity 3000. Interesting. We'll get to the Reddit ones in a second. PC Games. Nope, not that. Well, I guess, sort of. Best city building games. That's sort of what we're talking about. Tropico 6, Frostpunk, Surviving Mars, SimCity 4, City Skylines, Anno 1800. Yeah, because, I mean, you're sort of competing with the Anno series. I've only played 1800, which is not competing with SimCity, because it's all, golden age of sailing and colonizing and things like that. All right, here's the GameFAQs poll. Best SimCity. This is from 9 years ago, but the overwhelming winner was SimCity 4, followed by SimCity from 2013, which must have been brand new, followed by SimCity 2000, followed closely by SimCity 3000. So SimCity 2000's up there. All right, let's go to Reddit from 2021. Best SimCity game. This is from the SimCity subreddit. 4, especially once you add mods. 3000 is okay. SimCity 4 is the best. My personal favorite is SimCity 2013. 2000 for nostalgia, 3000 for gameplay improvements. 4 with all the mods for me. I'm split between 3000 and 4. Hard to say, really. If you're asking for opinions, for me, it's a toss-up between 3 and 4. SimCity 2013. SimCity 4 is second best. SimCity 2013 is the best hands down. But someone responded that with LOL. SimCity 2000 is in the MoMA for a reason. Okay. SimCity 4. SimCity 4 by far. Then there are a bunch of people that said City Skylines. If I must, though, I'd say SimCity 2000 is the best. 3000 Unlimited by far. 2000 and 3000, my faves. Let's go to another thread from 2018. Same subreddit. Uh, 2000 is simpler than 3 and 4, blah, blah, blah. I grew up with it. It's got a lot of nostalgia. 4 is my personal favorite. Most people will say 4 rightly for the unmatched depth of simulation, but for me personally, 3K Unlimited. Okay. Best SimCity game to play. SimCity 4 has a strong community behind it. SimCity 2013, blah, blah, blah. I know it's pretty old, but I still sometimes play 2000. Hmm. Okay. Not a whole lot of discussions there. But from the sound of it, 3000, 4000, City Skylines seem to be or not 4000, but 4. Um, let me just look at some footage of 4. Yeah, this is clearly much more modern, with more of like the Sims kind of UI and a little bit of graphic style. Yeah, it's a very different graphic style here. This is very much going for like realism from an isometric kind of perspective. It looks good. Looks good. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just going to say City Skylines. Now, let me just see. Is City Skylines even on this list? No. Okay, City Skylines is not on the list. And SimCity 4 is not on the list. Or 3000. Just 2000. Ah, boy, that makes me kind of rescind it. Why would 2000 be on the list but not 3000 or 4 or City Skylines? From what I can tell, SimCity 2000 doesn't do a whole lot that no other game can do, especially when you're talking about mods and stuff. But I guess we haven't really talked about mods or ROM hacks or anything like that. It's not really part of the conversation, but I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. We're not going to do any more city building games on this list. So, am I really going to sit here and say, well, yeah, SimCity 2000, it's the best one? I mean, I don't. From what I saw, like, no one really is saying that. A couple people said it was their favorite, but even they had to acknowledge that it's not the best. So, shit. I guess I'm going to go ahead and say SimCity 2000 not one of the best games. Again, I just have to go with sort of the general vibe and what other people say and what other people are thinking. Now, you might say, well, SimCity, the original's on the list due to its influence, its importance. Okay, I don't agree, but that's how some people formulated the list. SimCity 2000, though, I'm not sure how influential it is. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhat influential, but would we have no other city building games if they just stopped with the original SimCity and didn't do SimCity 2000? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Well, let me hold on. Let me just see what list this actually made it onto. Quite a few. Wait a minute. No, I clicked on the wrong one. No, I clicked on the right one. Why did it take me to the wrong one? Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, quite a few. What's the most recent? 2021 top 100 video games of all time from IGN. They put SimCity 2000 on here. Boy, I'd love to see their reasoning for that. Okay, they made it. They put it on 89. SimCity 2000 is a beautiful, funny, detailed sandbox that gives players control of a huge, customizable map that they can manage how they see fit. You can build the perfect metropolis, or you can burn it all to the ground with catastrophes like earthquakes and alien attacks. Compared to the other entries in the series, the game hits that player agency sweet spot, so you feel like you're empowered to save your city without being overwhelmed by choice. You need to make sure your Sims have access to electricity and water, but also that they're safe, have access to healthcare, and the roads are maintained. As your city grows, you'll have to keep track of things like mass transit, entertainment, and the economy, but the difficulty curve never feels too steep, and success always seems just a stadium away. They've almost entirely just described the city building genre. Bravo. I mean, there's a one line here. Compared to the other entries in the series, the game hits that player agency sweet spot, so you feel like you're empowered to save your city without being overwhelmed by choice. I feel like people that play city building games want maximum choice. They want control over everything, right? Isn't that like the beauty of it? Is that you are entirely managing your own city top to bottom? Like you I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I mean, you don't want choice. If I took City Skylines and I removed choices that you could make, would that make it a better game? No. I don't know. It's odd, yeah. It's especially odd for this list because, for one, this was put out last year, and they're not shy about putting newer games on here. We have Inside, Titanfall 2, Monster Hunter World, the Resident Evil 2 remake, Mortal Kombat 11, Persona 5 Royal, Fortnite, uh, Spelunky 2, Return of the Obra Dinn, Dota 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But it's just fucked, man. It's just fucked. It's just so fucked. They have they have Dota 2 followed by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe followed by Donkey Kong followed by The Sims 3. And it's just like I don't know. Ugh. This perpetually seems like just some impossible task to actually make a top 100 best games of all time. How do you how do you genuinely put in Donkey Kong just in the middle of all that? I mean, that feels like so much fucking lip service in a list that's, for the most part, earnestly trying to be a list of, the best games of all time. to a degree. So yeah, it's just so weird. I mean, there's so many other that are just like, yeah, absolutely. Like Shadow of the Colossus, Resident Evil 4, Red Dead Redemption, Metal Gear Solid, Civ 4, Ocarina of Time, Minecraft, uh, Halo, Combat Evolved, Half-Life, Final Fantasy 14, Doom, um, and then Street Fighter 2. It's like, what the fuck? You know that's not one of the best games of all time. They just like slip it in. They slip these few games in here, and I don't know why. Their number one is Breath of the Wild, by the way. Now, would I say Breath of the Wild is number one best game ever made of all time up to this point in history? Probably not, but I can honestly see the argument. I'm not upset with seeing it there. But yeah, I am upset by just seeing fucking Donkey Kong slipped in, or Street Fighter 2, or what other dumbass ones were there? There were some shit ones that just make no damn sense. No damn. This is going off the rail. Miss Pac-Man. Fuck. All right. Here's the. Well, let me just read the Miss Pac-Man section here. I know that we're going off on this just random tangent. Well, not random, but the same old tangent we've done a dozen times now. But here's what they wrote for Miss Pac-Man at 53. I restore classic arcade and pinball machines, and one of my favorite projects was bringing a Miss Pac-Man cocktail machine back from the dead. With a rebuilt monitor, restored art, and of course the speed chip that makes it many times faster, Miss Pac-Man made a popular addition to my homecade. We run an occasional high score competition at IGN, and so I thought it would be cool to bring it into our lunchroom for a bit. For a month, the machine was never left alone. We work in an office surrounded by the latest toys and games, but Miss Pac-Man attracted crowds. People changed their commutes to come in early and stay late just to play. Frequently, we'd be across the office in a conference room, and the strains of the Miss Pac-Man cutscene music would waft over and make everyone giggle. There are very few games which can create so much happiness after so many decades. I mean, part of me just doesn't believe this anecdote, I guess. People changing their commutes to come in early or stay late just to play Miss Pac-Man? I find it a little ridiculous, but the idea of just a game sitting there in a corner that, anyone in an office could just walk over and just play for 10 minutes or something like that. That's fine. There's a lot of those. That is not like exclusive to Miss Pac-Man in any way. I mean, if you look at some of the games that we covered earlier on, there are plenty of those that people would do. Tetris would do that. Um, I think Tempest would do that. I think Galaga would do that. I think Frogger would do that. I think normal Pac-Man would possibly do that. Um, and and I was just talking with a buddy, and it's like that same sort of idea kind of came into the mind of just something that anybody could just walk over and just start playing is like pretty much any pinball machine. If you had any sort of pinball machine just readily available that you could just sit there and play once in a while, people will do that because anyone can play pinball and just fuck around for a little bit and have fun. So it's like, are you putting Miss Pac-Man on the same pedestal as any pinball machine ever made? I don't know. It's hard to say. That's assuming I even believe the anecdote, but maybe. Hold on, I think all the. Let me just double check. Mega Man 3. Wow. Hold on, I didn't even notice that at first. They put Mega Man 3 on the list instead of 2. That's that's debatable. Anyways, SimCity 2000. We're gonna go ahead and say no. Perfectly fine game, perfectly good game. But again, just much like the original, outclassed by other games in the genre. And that's just the nature of time, you know? In 40 years, we might look at what's up here? Breath of the Wild and be like, well, Breath of the Wild was an amazing game when it came out. I mean, yeah, that was the bee's knees, but now it's just like there's so many other games like it that are just better. I mean, I don't know if that specifically will happen. I'm sure we'll all be dead in 40 years, but you understand. So there you have it. There you have it. That's it. My name is Mangg. This has been Mangg Plays the Best Games of All Time with SimCity 2000. I'll see you fine folks next time.